I'm not writing these words as an angry fan, but as someone who truly cares about you. Because looking into your eyes and seeing that spark that made you unique fade away hurts. Not only for your followers, but also for those who have known you for years. You were intelligent, hardworking, disciplined, attractive, and sure that anyone entering your life should value you. But today, these words no longer describe your present, they describe your past. In recent years, you've changed in a way that doesn't reflect your essence or your character. And what happened? Many will say it all started with Sarah. At first, it seemed like genuine affection, curiosity, and loving gestures. But little by little, friends, family, and close people disappeared from your life. And without realizing it, you entered a dynamic that isolated you from all the voices that truly cared for you. Perhaps at first, you thought it was peace, fewer rumors, fewer distractions. But in reality, it was loneliness. And now you live in that loneliness. This is not love. It's a prison. Love sets you free, but what you have suffocates you. With her, you're not relaxed. You're tense. You're not happy, only on alert. And each day you trust less. The fear of being alone keeps you there, but the truth is, you're already alone. Since this relationship began, your balance has been broken. You went from being a proud, confident man on stage to someone irritable, tense, and reactive. Your energy has been slowly drained. Your relationship with your family has cooled, and your friends have disappeared. It's a classic method of manipulation, breaking your bonds, making you believe you only have one support, and making you dependent. Your days feel the same. Your smiles are for social media, but you can't remember the last time you truly laughed or slept well. That's why I'm writing this, to remind you that if you want to escape this dark cloud, it's not enough for her to leave. You must also do so. And I'm not just talking about physical distance, but about freeing your mind, heart, and soul. If you don't, you will lose your career, your identity, your dreams, and the affection of millions who believe in you. Return to your truth. Remember, you have always been strong on your own. Loneliness is 1,000 times better than being with the wrong person, because away from her, you will heal. Maybe these words will bother you today, but one day you will realize they were written to save you. And when that day comes, the clouds will part. Many fans have often said she is in control of her destiny and no one has the right to judge her, and I agree. But I can't help but think that this much-admired independence has been put to the test. Some of the public perceives a change, a more reserved Demet, more cautious with the media, less willing to show her full spontaneity. Some applaud this new phase as a sign of maturity. Others feel she's drifting away from the closeness that once defined her. I don't believe Demet has lost her essence. Rather, I think she's trying to protect herself. After years exposed to rumors, pressure, and criticism, it's understandable to want to build walls to protect private life. The problem is those walls sometimes push away not only the curious, but also those who have sincerely admired her. This is where I see the risk, that in her effort to shield herself, she might disconnect from part of the audience that has been with her from the start. I've read comments passionately defending her, saying it's unfair to blame her for personal or romantic choices. I agree. No one truly knows what happens behind closed doors. And while some point to certain changes, we must remember that everyone evolves, and what makes us happy today may not match others' expectations. Still, Demet built her career through that emotional connection with people, and keeping a balance between private and public life will be key to not losing it. Professionally, Demet still has enormous potential. Her talent is unquestionable, and every time she's on screen, her charisma is intact. But like other actors in critical moments, her personal life has become the focus of too many conversations, overshadowing her work. This is where I'd like to see her take full control of her narrative, bring the spotlight back to her projects, and remind the world why she reached such heights. I'm not worried if she makes choices I wouldn't or surrounds herself with people I don't trust. That's part of life. What worries me is the possibility that she settles into a role where the image others expect of her takes priority over following her own artistic and personal instincts. Because Demet, at her best, is exactly that. A woman who doesn't let herself be shaped by outside pressure, who chooses and makes mistakes for herself, and who always gets back up stronger. So thinking about her future, I hope she continues to listen to herself, not letting fame or relationships define her completely. That she remembers her worth is not just in being a beloved face, but in being a professional capable of reinventing herself and inspiring others with her story. And although time will tell whether this is a period of growth or withdrawal, I choose to believe Demet will find her balance, open the door when the time is right, and once again show that light that has often made us believe anything is possible. Finally, I would say this story should make us reflect on the pressure public figures face, especially women, and how sometimes the truth is buried under layers of speculation and media manipulation. Demet Özdemir is not just a famous name. She is a woman who deserves her voice and truth to be heard without prejudice or false narratives. That is why, for me, it is essential to support dignity and truth, moving away from sensationalism and trying to understand what really lies behind those public lives that so interest us.